Way. We are coming in for game number 3. So, it is... wow. Okay. Let me just rest my eyes for 1 second after that. Okay, so it's Edelbrock Station. Everyone's favorite map. Although at least this is 2v2, so, you know, not nearly as cramped as the 3v3 version. So, by the way, if, okay, so if you're watching from YouTube from the future, you might be kind of confused, but just watch that other video of that 4v4 and know why my voice will be very, very sort of tired in this one. Because I just talked for an hour and 10 minutes straight. Well, actually, a little bit more than that. And, yeah, that was pretty damn exciting. Anyway, so we have the guard, also known as El Tirador Lorenzo, in the chat. So say hi to him. And he's playing as the Americans on Edelbrock Station, along with his British teammate Zandir. And they're trying to face off against Alex NP and Bo Hunter. So both German factions versus American British, the Western Front's armies. And he got into the station. I mean, everyone loves Edelbrock Station. So yes, it's just gonna be a chill game, hopefully. Who knows? Obviously, first engagement goes the way of the Allies, because, you know, that's what happens when you get into the station. And also we have infantry sections, so the 2v1 on the bottom side is going to be pretty nasty, but here comes the MG42. So this is going to be the weapon that the Germans are going to try to use to turn it all around. Infantry section, though, tries to flank. I'm not sure where. What is it doing? What the hell? Vickers machine gun gets in here, and that's going to be enough to stop the assault grenadiers. Oh, no. It's not. He's trying to finish off the MG42. Are you sure that this is a good idea? Because you're getting flanked by assault grenadiers. Also, we have assault engineers, the Stern Pioneers, flanking in and getting the mortar kill. We've got the guards, riflemen that are just kind of sitting idle because they don't have windows with which to fire on the Stern Pioneers, so that's obviously not very good. Now he realizes what's happening, but he can't get exactly around there either because the Stern Pioneers are too close. So Stern Pioneers can now take the mortar, but they're not going to do it because they're waiting for the folks to get the mortar. Machine gun is going to prevent that from happening because of the suppression, so now they cannot take the mortar anymore. But still, that means that the British flank is kind of turned, and yeah, they're not in the best spot. Considering the early game tactical situation, we can safely say that the Germans are in a good spot because of the action of the OKW, but it is the Allies that kept and held the station. So as you can see, they're just preventing them from getting reinforcements in, or at least preventing them from doing it in any like easy or coordinated fashion. So you can see, like, you know, nice suppressions. They do manage to take the mortar, but can they keep it? Honestly, yes, because he is gonna have a smart retreat path. But that's his luck, you know. That was not guaranteed. And that's actually pretty bad though, because the American mortar is quite good, and that's gonna be a good counter to the British machine guns. We have a bit of a machine gun spam coming in from Zandir. That's a second MG for him. Then we have SWS supply half-track from Alex NP, so he's going to be trying to place that somewhere and get something out of that. Still, the Allies kind of taking and holding in the south, but losing a bit on the north. The guard to come back, he's going to pick heavy cavalry and get another mortar, which might not be the worst idea in the world, despite, you know, normally whenever something doesn't work out for you, you shouldn't do the same thing and, oh no, assault grenades on the machine gun. He survives. Second machine gun, also assault grenades coming down on it. First weapon crew is dead, second weapon crew is dead, and this one lost the MG along with it. Second one is gonna lose the MG. Come on, take it. The assault grenadiers, yes. Okay, so that means that now Zandir has also lost his infantry section somehow, and he is down to a sapper. Yeah, how to turn it around in like 0 seconds. So Zandir right now is not in the best position. Not by far. I was gonna say, see, like, the guard is trying to recover. Oh wow, that was some good grenades. Is that enough though? Here comes some, oh wow. So that's all the machine guns just down and out. Okay, we still have one though, it's the SMG-42. Yeah, the station being a slayer of machine guns, and that's a wipe! These guys are just losing all their troops. Okay, so right now we have that Alex MP lost a Volksgrenadier, and probably something else too, did he? No, just a Volksgrenadier. Then we have that Zandir lost 2 machine guns, Bow Hunter lost a machine gun, recruited, and then lost another machine gun for good. Then Guard lost a mortar, and then Zandir lost an infantry section, all in 5 minutes and 44 seconds. So yeah, this kind of favors Bow Hunter, honestly, because he's spamming Assault Grenadiers, which are kind of brain-dead units. So if the enemy has like a good lineup of combined arms, Assault Grenadiers are useless. But if the enemy just has like random infantry, then they're pretty good. And yeah, so this means that the allies are eventually going to be sort of pushed back, but they're trying to prevent that. Zandir's gone for a sniper, and the guard, as I said, went for a second mortar, which, again, it might seem like if if something that you do doesn't go well, you should not do the same thing again. But in this case, getting a second mortar is not the worst idea because it can help deal with the machine guns. It's at a Brock station, so a lot of units do like to go into buildings anyway. And it can help sort of counter battery the mortar that he's already lost. So yes, it is, I think, a good purchase. And that helps defend the British MGs and the British sniper. Now the British MGs and the British sniper are an interesting little position because we've also got an AEC armored car. So Zandir, despite losing essentially all of his troops, is still in a very good spot because he's got a suppression unit. He's got a sniper that can, spot for the suppression unit at long range and can also, deal with enemy suppression units. It's just useful. It's the long range support. And then he's also got an AEC to deal with enemy vehicles that are gonna try to counter the sniper. So that's overall, I feel like, a good combination. So obviously we have 2-2 on the field because he wants to deal with the sniper. That might not be enough because of the AEC. The guard went for a captain, and that's a good choice because at this point I feel like a Stuart would be great, especially against this German player Alex MP. And he's also gonna need AT guns because he did not win particularly, heavily in the early game. So getting the half track to sort of capitalize upon that doesn't really make too much sense. And expecting that the Germans are going to have some kind of armor in the mid-game is also pretty reasonable, I'd say. For some reason, though, Alex MP went for a flak emplacement, which is always fun to see. Hold on. Oh god. I'm trying to look at chat, but it's making it difficult. I cry every time. See you, Commander Bakara. Hope you're having a good evening. Alex will win 100%, I see that now. Well, I wonder. We'll see. We'll see about that. Oh look, I'm an AEC. I'm better than a 222. Never would have thought. Come on, eh? Okay, so he does that. AC is armored enough that the armor-piercing rounds are not that dangerous. Well, they're still dangerous. He should not be staying there. Okay, there goes that machine gun crew.
New machine gun crew ready and waiting.
Man, The amount of losses on all sides is just absolutely devastating. Like, these guys are just not really caring all that much. I'm not sure that the AC should be doing this, because guess what? Even if you can deal with the flak emplacement, which you cannot, not at, like, no HP, there might be machine guns in here, you know? Yeah, Rakenwerfer, good idea. Germans can probably cap the middle, VP. And there goes the sniper. That was very bad. Good job on the fighting position, but here comes some flame grenades, so he needs to run away. AT gun, also pretty good purchase for the guard, and yeah, he's gonna need that. He's gonna need that very much. Rip. Man, why is everyone losing units for no reason? Oh my god. Yeah, everyone's just liking to lose units. That's pretty sad.
New unit ready and on the field. Be advised, ability ready for deployment.
Nice grenade. Oh wow, lost the MG too. Oh no! Run away, Captain. Okay, so now the Assault Grenadiers are really showing their mettle, and by that I mean how useless they can be. Like, honestly, the one suppression unit and the Assault Grenadiers are just in trouble. They're really, really in big trouble. Rangers are on the field for the guard, and that's a great choice to deal with those nasty, pesky Sturm Pios, and also the Panzer Grenadiers. Oh my god, another wipe! What is this? Every time I just see anything, it's a wipe. Anyway, Alex MP is also going for a map hacks, which is a great choice, obviously, because that's going to allow him to see whatever the allies are up to. We have a mortar pit on the field for Zandir, and that's so good. That puts them in a great spot, actually, because it really reaches over most of the center area, especially the area that the Germans are kind of using as a base. It's enough to deal with the flak emplacement. It's enough to defend the middle VP. What more could you want? I have no idea. Rangers, however, still being upgraded, and they get jumped on by these bully Volksgrenadiers, so that's not great. In the meantime, the mortar emplacement should probably start to pop the brace, because it's getting support gunned and also flame grenaded. So yeah, pops the brace. That's good enough. AC comes back around to try to deal with the Volksgrenadier, but it's not going to be good enough. Good job, Assault Grenadiers. Assault Grenadiers, the bazookas. Oh my god. Can it get more pathetic? So yeah, once again, the Germans are trying to get a flank going, which is a great idea, but they're not really going about it the best way. Again, just like the last game, whenever you're flanking, I was talking about that in the context of T-34-85s, but it can work out with close-range infantry too. Whenever you're flanking, you don't stop. Like, you go in and you flank and you continue to roll it up. Because if you stop, you just let them have time to reposition their defense, you know? So the MG turns around, the AT gun turns around, and by that point, then what's the point of flanking, you know? Stug E. Really now? Bow Hunter goes for the Stug E assault gun. That's an okay choice, actually, considering what the Allies are going for. There's a lot of soft targets for the Nazis to shoot at with that Stug E. Zandir lost his mortar. Man, Zandir, he's... I don't know, all of his stuff is kind of like a... you could say he just comes in, it's useful for a bit, and then it dies, because he's got no bloody unit preservation. Oh my god, so you can see that the Guard, despite being the one that in the beginning of the game was struggling a lot more, now has 60 pop cap, which is on par with Alex NP. And then Zandir is just there with half that pop cap. Bow Hunter is at 37 pop cap, so the Germans are slightly ahead, but that's just because Bow Hunter and Zandir are equally wasteful with their troops. Second flag emplacement on the field. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It could be a good idea, but I'm just gonna stick with the default answer that it's not a good idea. Land mattress is on the field also for Zandir. And I hate the land mattress. I just really hate the land mattress. It just always manages to fuck up. Also, the AC somehow died. It ran into a wreck-and river. So, my god, this British man has he just keeps losing his good troops, his good units. Man, this is kind of annoying. So here we go. Rangers getting the flank, but at this point it's a little bit too late because the flak emplacement is back. And the flak emplacement does damage to infantry and suppresses them quite a lot now after the buffs. Looks like the AT gun is getting aggressed upon by the Panzerschrecks, and the Panzerschrecks are actually very strong against the AT guns because they can just attack move them and destroy them easily. The Allies are trying to sort of prevent them from doing that with the M8A1 howitzer mortar carriage. We have a big land mattress barrage coming in for our good German base in the center, and it's underwhelming. It destroyed the flak emplacement at least. And yeah, it didn't do much more. Big German push coming in. Yeah, that's working out quite fine. So the Panzer Grenadiers are sent home, but the Assault Grenadiers are doing fine. However, they get surrounded and absolutely obliterated by the Riflemen. They're lucky that the grenades slightly missed, so they're able to survive and run away. One of the squads dies in the process. Stug E comes in and dies to the AT gun. That was honestly probably predictable. And one big mistake that the Germans are doing is, look at this map. Who can tell me, I'll leave you 5 seconds, although you have a chat delay, so I'll give you the answer before I can see if you got it correctly. Who can tell me what the Germans are overlooking just from looking at this map? Also, hello, Marcelo Enrique Suarez de Silva. Quick, do the Nutella tactic. You mean the sandwich? Anyway, it's the fact that they're just ignoring north. They keep headbutting to the south, where the guard has his ambulance that he can reinforce from. He's got his... Well, if he wasn't killing himself with that mortar shot, then that would be better. He's got his M8A1. He's got his AT guns. There's the British MG. There's just a lot of stuff that can be concentrated into these killing fields and just destroy whatever comes up. Guess where that isn't? Everywhere else on the map. Guess where the Germans should be going? Everywhere else on the map. I don't know why it's so difficult really to like explain Ironi. Like, there's just a lot of people that don't understand that if you're losing on one side, you can go on the other side. Like, it's not that complicated of a concept, you know? But whatever. Nice. Howitzer mortar carriage, paying for itself eventually. Doing its job and just being an annoying piece of shit. Assault Grenadiers. I am not seeing it. Why is he not throwing grenades? He could be throwing grenades in here, and that would be pretty useful. Also, for some reason, the map hacks is looking the other way. We have an artillery piece actually from the Germans, which can be quite dangerous, especially if it fires on the amber lamps, which it can do. There's a bit of a building in the way though, so this is a quite smart placement for the ambulance. You know, getting behind the building to prevent that area from being shellable too easily from the artillery, giving it cover. Germans finally bloody sending one unit to the north and taking that, but it's too little too late in a way, so that's kind of sad. Panzerschrecks trying to come in and cap center, but like honestly they're in a scary position because again, they continue headbutting into the center area, center-south area, and even the land mattress in the long term is going to rack up the kills from that. You've also got a centaur coming in from Zandir, which might not be the best idea to progress into the late game, but it is definitely going to work against all this German infantry. Speaking of progressing into the late game, we have that Alex MP has got a Schwer Panzer headquarters, but he hasn't built anything out of it. Which, considering he has enough resources for a Panzer IV, maybe tells me that he's going for the Panzer. But going for the Panzer might not be the best idea ever. Although, there's Jackson coming in for the guard. So, yeah, maybe the Panzer IV would be easily destroyed by the Jackson. Who knows? Rangers coming in. Rangers lead the way. Trying to get behind and cap the, North VP again. Obviously, Allies have a pretty good advantage with the Rangers at capping this VP because, close range. Land Mattress firing and destroying the building because Land Mattress is retarded. We do have, however, a zeroing artillery coming in from Alex MP, and that could be quite dangerous. Yeah, he runs away. Zeroing artillery is not really being spotted for, so it's going to be wasted. However, Centaur is coming in, and there's a lot of Panzerschrecks. Run away! By the way, after playing KO-1, I noticed how superior the effect for rockets is on KO-1. It just looks so much better. KO-2 looks like it's from a game. It looks, quote-unquote, good, but you see it's from a game, right? That's so obviously from a game. Whereas in KO-1, it just looks so fucking cool. Because it doesn't have that retarded smoke trail. And the rocket is glowier, right? And that's obviously unrealistic, but it looks great as a projectile. And the impacts that it does are rendered very well, as opposed to just the that's in KO-2. Oh my god, Panzerwerfer barrage on the ambulance. So, okay. Well, apparently what the Germans needed was a bit of artillery. Because honestly, they didn't change much, but with the support of the artillery, now they were able to breach through most of the Allied defense. Here comes a grenade, though. Oh, just barely. Oh my lord, that was a lot of damage. And that's one squad wiped out. Maybe a second squad, too. What is this? Oh, it's an MG. Oh, he's lucky. He's lucky that he missed everything. Oh no, he's gonna lose the Vet Rangers. No, that's so unfortunate. Anyway, he almost went all the way to the ambulance this time, so the Allies need to be scared. They need to be careful. Because the Germans were able to use their artillery quite well to deal with essentially the AT guns. And then the Panzerwerfer did quite some damage to the blob of Americans. So yes, the artillery support did come into play and be helpful. Now we have a Panther that can deal some good damage to both the whatchamacallit, the M8 Scott and the Centaur. But we do have a Firefly coming in for the Brits and the Jackson for the Americans. So honestly, I don't think that this Panther is going to accomplish much of anything, to be honest. Yep, as you can see, just whenever it tries to do anything, hello, my name is Jackson. Nice to meet you. Please fuck off. Oh my god, that gamma grenade.
One of our fighting positions is sustained.
And now we do have some artillery fire on the base area of the Allies, so yeah, they need to be careful. Panzerwerfer barrage coming in. And there it is. Man, these grenadiers sure like to do this, do they? Like, what does he expect to achieve with this? Like, even looking at it from his perspective with Fog of War, like, he knows that there's MGs here, right? Yes, because he goes in every time and doesn't do anything. He must know that there's something here. Oh, wait, right, he's even got map hacks! He's got map hacks! So why isn't he using them? He's got map hacks, literally knows where everything is, so why does he keep running into the worst possible axis of attack? Look at this, look at this. Like, hello, I see everything. Hello, I see that there's nothing here, and there's a lot of buildings that I can use for cover. Hello, here's finally 1 unit, 2 unit. Oh, look, there's a lot of units here. Guess where I should go? Here! What the fuck, man? I didn't even know. Yeah, Co-1 does look a little bit more realistic. And oh god, Assbag has joined. And Assbag is arguing in Twitch chat. Great. Yeah, well, I mean, both COs have a severe lack of a lot of standard RTS features. But, to be honest, Co-1 has some good points for it. It's also got some bad points. I thought of doing a Co-1 versus Co-2 video, but I don't know. I feel like that would take too much work for the reward. Maybe when Company Furious 3 is approaching Kappa Kipo, so I can milk that XD. But, you know, to be completely honest, probably when Company Furious 3 releases, I'm not going to be making videos anymore. Because it's going to be like, you know, fucking 6 years from now. Nade! Wow. What a nade. What a Leninade. Oh my god, that Centaur. This is a Centaur's dream. Also, he's very unlucky that he doesn't have Ved 1, because the strafing fire here would be so great. But yeah, he's getting some free kills. Firefly is on the field for the Brits, not using prioritized vehicles. And there goes the Centaur, because he went back into Panzerschrecks, because he's smart. Mine actually did a lot of damage to the German troops here, but here comes the Panther flanking around. The Land Mattress is getting artilleried. Wait, where's the Jackson? It's back over here. Can turn around and deal with the Panther. I'm not sure. Oh wow, that's a lot of damage on that unit. Needs to run away. Bet 5 folks don't want to lose it. What? What are those tulip rockets all about?
Germans have 50 points
Me no understando. Alright, 50 points remaining. Right, VPs exist. And obviously, since the Allies have been keeping center and south most of the game, and have also had north for a long time, they're at 400, whereas the Germans are at 47. So yeah, Pershing's on the field also. So now the Guard has what he has been building up for most of this game. And he can, he's finally got a unit that can deal with both armor and infantry on the German side. And hopefully he's going to use it to the maximum potential. And to the maximum potential would be in the south. The Pershing's great in spaces where it can maneuver, such as the south area of the map. Because, oh wow, that's a blob and a half. And yeah, that's the death of that. Because the Pershing has some great maneuverability. So he needs to fight either in center, square, or in southern, railway embankment plaza thing. Because of this. Look at this. One shot dealt half HP to the Panzer Grenadiers. Second shot is going to get some kills, probably. Yep. Third shot, if it does get to fire on them, would have killed them. And it reloads quickly, and it's fast, and needs to not stay in front of Verkenwerfers though. Because the main problem is the armor, obviously. The armor is low on the Pershing for, such an expensive vehicle. So, what you need to do is you need to keep your distance to the enemy vehicles, and the Panther is going to kill it. I think. If the Panther chases, it's dead. No? Sure. Just let the Pershing survive. Not like that would have been a good kill to have. Anyway, despite that, taking the Pershing, and taking a lot of damage on the Pershing and having to get out, the Allies can still recap here and probably get some harassment done on the north. The Germans still do have some units around, but they're inferior quality. In terms of infantry, at least, to the Americans, it's pretty much the same as the Brits, which is quite bad. Land mattress number 1 is up to 29 kills and vet free. We have a land mattress number 2 now, and that's quite scary considering how much the Germans have been blobbing with their infantry.
We are losing a sector.
Yeah, but the Tiger has shitty armor. Like, for the cost, they're both shitty. Like, the Panther kit... Also, there's another difference to the Tiger. It's its opponents. It's not just about the stats of the units, it's also about the stats of the units it fights. So since the Germans really like to spam Panthers, and Pak-40s have strong penetration, the Panther, sorry, not the Panther, the armor on the Pershing is less valuable than the armor on the Tiger. Also, damn that artillery. Because the armor on the Tiger has to face Zis Freeze and M157mm, whereas the armor on the Pershing is supposed to face bloody Pak-40s, So it's not exactly the same thing. Anyway, the Allies are going to win because of VPs, because look at this. Rangers coming in up here. And the Pershing has less HP. So yes, it's, the protection may be similar, but it's definitely worse for the Pershing. And again, like, the Pershing's strength is its mobility. As I say like a million times, if you use it correctly, it's amazing, and it's great, and it's gonna piss the enemy off, which is like the most important thing. Because it's like, yeah, sure, it's good to win. It's better to do so while pissing the enemy off a lot. And the Pershing's just the unit to do that, because, despite all that I said about, its armor, blah, 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 it's still relatively well armored, It's got some great fucking veterancy bonuses, especially that vet-free rate of fire and accuracy. That turns its like anti-infantry into amazing and its anti-vehicle into quite great. Then vet 2 is mobility and the random grenades. So it's just a perfect combination to really piss the Germans off severely, because you've just got this thing running around being essentially stronger than any of their vehicles one-on-one, being able to pop in, get a shot in, pop out, then turn around, like go to the infantry, shoot the infantry, and do a lot of damage. And they cannot catch it. And even if they catch it, they take damage. So yeah, that's pretty nasty for them. Anyway, that's the end of this other game. And no, we'll not play Co 1, because fuck it. I don't want to play Co today. I'll play Tropico. I want to play some Tropico. So whoever wants to stick with me, I'll play Tropico. Probably with less commentary, because damn, my mouth hurts a lot. I actually wanted to do 4 games today, but that bloody second game was exhausting, to say the least. I could still do another game, the CB1, but I think I'll save that for another day. And yeah, I still need to get a lot of replays done on my backlog that honestly need to be recorded before the Commander patch. I don't know. What do you mean I won't let you? You will let me. Hokage Itachi Uchiha. My favorite British doctrine is the special weapons, but it really depends on the situation. As Tanker Shrek or Paz just said. Also, yeah, hi. Co free is the Half-Life free of RTS, obviously. And no, the Germans didn't have this in the end. Shame for the spray. Shame for the spray. Have an ad, by the way, YouTube people. Yeah. You can make a religion out of this. Jesus Christ. I think I will be stopping the stream just so that it can be a new video. Yeah. Yeah, I will do that. Okay, so I'll be back in like a minute or so, just to let it, save as a new video.